Hello friends, welcome once again on new series of this channel. And now I'm going to talk about how to write program in different languages like C or C++ or any other language. But for that we need an IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So before we start programming, we have to download that IDE. And in this session, I'm going to talk about one powerful IDE, and that is codeblocks. So before we start programming, so let's download that. Let's open the browser, type codeblocks. Here is the site. Click the downloads, and here we can see three options: binary, source, SPN. Click binaries. If we click binaries, then we can see logs, thread, Windows XP, Linux, Mac. If you are using Windows, then click here. If you are using Linux, click here. If you are using Mac, click here. So I'm using this Windows XP, so I'm going to click here. So we can see there are 10 downloading options here. Now you may be confused that which one to download there. I want to clarify uh, one by one here. So if you click this one, then it downloads only code blocks IDE without any compiler. If you download this one, then it is for no admins, right? It download country compiler. It contains G file without compiler. It contains a code blocks IDE plus MingW compiler. So I prefer this one. I also recommend you to download this one. Similarly, it contains code block and the compiler MingW zip file. It contains code blocks only ID shadow file. Here is also code blocks ID shadow file without compiler. It also contains code blocks ID without compiler. And second last is code blocks with compiler and 32-bit setup. You can also go for this one. And either you can click this one or this one. Similarly, last one it contains zip file, right? Either you can also go for this one. So it depends on you whether you want to download a code blocks ID or you want to download code blocks with compiler. So what I prefer code blocks with compiler. So either you can click this one or this one, click this one or this one, or you can also go for this one and click this one or this one. As you click this one or this one, it starts downloading. We can see here, if you click this one or this one, it starts downloading, and we can see here it has already been downloaded here. So I'm going to show in folder. Here we can see downloaded file of code blocks installer. If we click twice, it starts set of file. Yes. Now it is asking next to continue. Just click on next, agree, and we can see here different options. Just make sure that you have already checked out these all the options, right? uh, you must not forget this one. And after the click next and this, it starts installation process. Since I have already installed this code block, I'm going to show you. And after that, finishing that, it will ask you that actually whether you want to run it or not. Just click yes, and after that it starts to execute on your computer. Right now I'm just canceling it because I have already installed on my computer. So I'm going to open codeblocks from here. So here we can share that application window of code blocks. So before we start programming, maybe C or C++ any other language, first of all we have to make sure that this our code block it contains compiler or not, whether it is detected or not. If it has not detected, then you will see message over here that could not detect compiler. And you can also make sure from here settings, then compiler. Here it must be GNU/CC compiler from here, and toolchain executables. Here this code blocks, if you click this auto detect, it must say that auto detected installation path. If it is uh, that messaging that auto detected installation path of this, it means it has already installed and detected MingW compiler. And sometimes what happens, it says there do not detect compiler, and for that what you have to do there, go to this and give the path of your MingW, like go to C drive and go to program files, go to code blocks, go to MingW, and there click select folder. You can see here this path is must, and after click auto detect, it messages there auto detected installation path. It means our compiler is ready and it has been already installed and detected by the code blocks, and we are ready to start our programming. So click OK, click OK, nothing more we have to do there. But one question is there, what to do if the compiler says there, if the code block says there I could not detect MingW compiler. So in next video I'll be showing you that what to do if our code block says that I could not detect your MingW compiler. I think you understood how to install our code blocks on our computer. Just thank you for your time and watching this video. If it were helpful for you, then just click like, click subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you, take care, and be positive.